I am here to say that mediation is not only for amicable divorces, which is surprising to people. I know, I hear it all the time. Oh, I would love to mediate, but I don't trust him at all. I'd love to mediate, but I can't communicate with her. These are the things I hear all the time. And I say to people, it doesn't have to always be perfect. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm here to help you accomplish. So even in a high conflict case, mediation can be a possibility for you. There is a Maroon 5 song that I sometimes will quote to people where they say, it's not always rainbows and butterflies, it's compromise that helps move us along. And that's the truth. It doesn't have to be all rainbows and butterflies. If you find yourself in this situation, it's most likely because it is not. And so don't just think that mediation is not a possibility for you just because things have been really difficult. When mediating with a high conflict couple, I have a lot of different ideas for how we can accomplish that. And it will not always be easy. In some situations, we can do what is called caucusing. I don't recommend it at the start, but sometimes as we're moving along, I may find that it is necessary in order to get a couple to the finish line. And so in that instance, instead of the three of us sitting in a room together and having all of our meetings together, if the parties will consent to it, we can do what's called a caucus, where I will meet with one individual spouse at a time and then go back to the other. As I said, not preferable, but I will do it if it's necessary in order to get it done and if the parties are comfortable with it. I would not do it unless they both consented to it. But sometimes it helps because it helps tamp down the emotion and helps me get them to the point where they are able to reach an agreement on a particular hot button issue. Are mediators biased? It is very important to be a mediator, to be able to take whatever natural bias you may be feeling and put it aside to be completely neutral. It is essential to this process, and it's something that I really pride myself in being able to do. You have to be able to listen to both sides of an issue and help guide the couple to resolution. Because I'm not the judge. I'm not there to decide an issue for them. I'm not there to order them to do something in a particular way. But what I can do is help them try to figure out what underlying concerns are there that are making them feel a particular way about something, and try to help them to see solutions even when it's really hard to do that. Clients in a consultation are always concerned about fighting for their rights. And sometimes they're uncomfortable with the concept of a mediator and feeling that perhaps that's a little bit weak, or perhaps that's not them strongly advocating for themselves. They want a shark. They want someone who's going to get out there and fight for them. And what I try to help them see at the beginning is that that shark mentality is not always as helpful as you think it will be. And what I have learned is that it is often quite counterproductive to reaching a settlement. It ramps up the emotion, it ramps up the anger, and it could cloud people from being able to see what's really important and to see the issue clearly and help them reach a consensus. And so in that regard, I feel that mediation is such a valuable tool and really helps a couple to keep things on track and be able to settle their divorce in a cost-effective way. Mediation is that good, where it can help you resolve every single issue that needs to be resolved in order to have a complete settlement agreement. And what's nice about it is that it gives you the opportunity to perhaps test something out before you lock into it, because we can take this as slow or as fast as we want to. And so, as an example, when it comes to a parenting time agreement, we can reach an agreement. We can even do an interim agreement in writing, although we don't always have to be that formal about it. But the idea is that we can give the couple some time to live under these terms and see if it's working. And if it's not, then to come back and maybe make those little tweaks and modifications that will help things run more smoothly in their households. The most common misconception about mediation is that it will only work for couples who are completely aligned and on the same page and get along and trust each other perfectly. And if you're going through a divorce, chances are that you are not that couple. And I'm here to tell you that a mediation can still be quite successful, even when you have some of those challenges at play.